This is a Samsonite case where the hinge is broken at the top here, obviously. So I hope that underneath this strip here was rivets or something, and there was one in here, but I knocked it out. And all you have to do to get these broken rivets out, at least in this case, is get a center punch in there, and it'll have some purchase against that rivet, and you can kind of tap it out. If there isn't any grip, you could just go against the edge like so and kind of hammer down on the side there so that the rivet head would be a little more exposed. So I'm going to do that to the second rivet and then come back. Alright, so laying the rivets against bare surfaces like this didn't work. The rivet was bending around, and then the washer wouldn't wedge onto the shaft of the rivet. So what I'm thinking is I'll put a piece of leather here, transfer the marks with an awl, punch holes in there, and this will give a better surface for the rivet washer to sit against. And I'm hoping that'll do it. It's difficult to work with this because, well, it's opened and just really hard to get a back on here, so like a back up against here to support the other side of the rivet, so the rivet will just kind of fall out or not be firm against the surface. So I'm thinking I might glue something, put the rivets in, and then glue a backing on there that is proud of this little notch, and then I'll be able to push it up against a bench or something, because you have to have both hands free for the rivet setter. My battery's low, so I'll say this quick. This was glued against the surface here so I could hold it up against a piece of wood, which would in turn press the rivets in. And this is the inside. There's still a tiny bit of wobble there, but it's a lot better. And I'll trim these pieces up here, and I'll see how long that holds. Actually, I need to cut these off and round them over. I forgot about that. That'll hold them on better. Well, I thought I'd close out this video even though I kind of failed here, sorta. I went to hammer down these shafts here to secure the washers in place and make it a complete rivet. But I guess because of the jostling and the only piece of leather on the back securing it against a piece of wood, they started flopping and it just they popped out of place, and I guess I could have made the shafts a little closer there so it didn't take as much hammering to hit them down. But really, I mean, it's just overall an awkward thing to try to fix, because there's no way I could come up with to easily clamp it down. And there's just so many variables. The things are kind of stuck in there, but by being in there they might even make it worse, just because of the flop, the slack that's left in between there. I guess another option would be just using like little bolts and nuts, but I didn't have any of that were small enough in diameter. And also this hinge here, the holes were pretty close to the top of the hinge, so if you drilled them out like this, there wasn't much room left at the top, and it might have just blown through the top of the hinge there. The machine itself is good. This thing is so much quieter than a freaking, even like a noiseless typewriter, like a Remington noiseless or something. Basically, press down multiple keys at once. Very nice, very nice. The ribbon needs to be re-inked. Unfortunately, I've got ink in this thing here, so I'll make that for another video.